This week I expect a lot of volatility for Bitcoin because we are also coming closer to a huge breakout on the 1 hour time frame, as we can see here. We have the CME gap that is still not closed, and also on the higher time frame we can see a lot of interesting formations for Bitcoin unfold. In this video I will have a look at some very important news, what is coming for Bitcoin and the market this week. I will have a look at another very interesting time when maybe an alt season might unfold, and I will have a look at the two altcoins, Solana and the Binance coin. So you want to watch this video all the way to the end to don't miss anything. Please like the video because it will be highly appreciated by me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and now let's dive right into the charts. So during the weekend I was monitoring the CME gap for Bitcoin, and I was tweeting about this, so you could have been warned about the CME gap around the $94,860, and we can see that Bitcoin didn't close the gap yet. So we want to see this gap being closed, and as I was expecting, Bitcoin is trading around this level during the course of the weekend. So we now want to see a close of the gap so Bitcoin can trade freely throughout the week, and that of course will be very bullish because we want to close the gap, because otherwise this gap might get filled another time. But we want to see a close of the gap very soon after the weekend is over. So yeah, I think we will see a close of this gap early early today, or maybe in the rest of the week. And on the 1 hour time frame we can see this huge formation for Bitcoin is unfolding. We can see here on the top side a little bit of resistance on this trend line resistance, and we can also see this lower side support is holding once again strong. We can see a lot of touch points in the past as support, and once again this support held strong because we saw a little bit of a bearish move this morning, but then we saw a beautiful V-shaped recovery, and Bitcoin is currently trying to break this diagonal trend line resistance. And if we're going to break it to the top side, we can wait for confirmation of the break, then I'm going to wait for bullish retest, and then I'm going to enter the market in the long and aim for higher targets, and then I will do a short trade to the top side of the formation because it will be the breakout target for this formation. So for this potential retest you could make more than a 1.4%, and especially when you are leverage trading you can make a lot of good profit. So yeah, this could be the next make or break move for Bitcoin, and currently we are inside of this formation. So the price is getting squeezed into an apex. We see the support and the resistance, and eventually Bitcoin has to pick a side to either the top side or either the downside, and we will most likely see a breakout today. And this week we have a lot of things on the agenda, and especially for the stock market this is very important. And also we can see the stock market is the indicator when Bitcoin is also doing great or not. So we have the core PCE, we have the PCE index and the GDP, and this is all on Wednesday. And we have a lot of other interesting bullish things, and a lot of volatility will hit the market in the coming week. So yeah, keep your portfolios ready, because a lot of volatility means also a lot of price action. So we can see here the price index of the S&P 500, and currently we are trying to break above this huge resistance area again. We of course saw a big dump after Trump announced his tariffs. Then we saw a beautiful bearish retest. We retested this previous support as resistance. We came lower, but however we created a higher low from here, which was a bullish indicator that we are going to see a huge reversal. So now we are breaking above this huge resistance area to the top side, and let's see if we can eventually see a bullish continuation of this price action, and that we come to the next big resistance around the 5,800 points. So of course this could be helping the markets very good, and it will also have a bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin. And looking at the search term for Bitcoin, we can see in Google Trends the interest over time in searching of Bitcoin is to a low. We came to a high in November when Bitcoin reached its new all-time high around the $100,000, and now we are seeing a decline of the interest in Bitcoin. So this is exactly what we want to see. So retail is not coming back yet, but however I think when Bitcoin is searching above the $100,000 we will see a huge spike to the top side just like we saw here, and then it means that retail is coming back to the market, which will pump Bitcoin even more, because a lot of people will FOMO buy back into the market, and especially they will buy Bitcoin and altcoins. So this could be an interesting take on the Bitcoin market, and when you want to have a look at this interest to see where retail is currently. And I was talking about an alt season and a potential alt season, and in my video of Saturday I thought of a lot of reasons why we can see an alt season very soon. And if you want to know, you can just go to my YouTube channel and check the video of last Saturday. And now let's get back to the Bitcoin daily chart. We are seeing this huge trend. We were zooming out. We flipped from a bear trend into a bullish uptrend. And every time we made a green line, that means we are still in a bullish uptrend. So in the last months, we were in a downtrend because we were creating lower highs and lower lows, which was a little bit of a bearish trend, of course. So currently we are creating a higher low, which indicates a shift from a bearish trend into a bullish uptrend. So keep in mind that we could potentially see a little bit of a top out here, that we're coming back to test lower levels, but eventually we are going to potentially create a new higher low, and that we are going to retest this big block of resistance. So of course, if Bitcoin is going to retrace a little bit and create some higher low, that would be very healthy price action actually, because these trends are always happening, and as we can see here, Bitcoin is always moving in waves. And I think over time we will see a new higher low, and then we will see a bullish continuation of the price. And having a look at another daily chart time frame, we can see Bitcoin is currently breaking above this huge resistance area to the top side. But however, there is still a lot of resistance around this level. So this big block of resistance would also be a little bit too strong for now, and that we're going to see a little bit of a retest, and that as I was saying, that we're going to create a new higher low play. And of course that will be very healthy price action. But however, this falling wedge formation still has a big breakout target of the top side of the formation, which is confluent with the previous all-time high of $180,000. So the breakout target hasn't been reached yet, but I think we will see it very soon in the coming weeks. And the first altcoin I want to have a look at is Solana. We can see Solana was breaking out of this huge falling wedge formation, which have been discussed in my previous videos and on my X channel. I was waiting for this breakout, a confirmation of the break. We also saw that we were retesting this previous resistance as support. So from this bullish retest, you could have entered the market in the long, and then you could have aimed for higher targets. And from this bullish retest, we are already up for 34%. So this is insane, of course, and especially when you are leverage trading. So the top side of the formation will be confluent with the breakout target, and that will bring Solana all the way back to the previous all-time high of more than $275. So currently we are in this bullish uptrend. We also created a new higher high, which is very bullish on the daily time frame, just like for Bitcoin. And now we can potentially see a little bit of a shift from a bullish, from a bearish trend into a bullish uptrend. So let's see if Solana can create a higher low and higher high, and so on and so on and so on. And having a look at the weekly time frame, we can also see that Solana fell below important support here. We grabbed a lot of liquidity below this support level, and everyone thought that we're breaking it to the downside, that we will see lower levels. But the bulls stepped in, we showed some strength, and now we're back above this support area again, which is very bullish to see. So let's see if Solana can create a new higher high and also a new all-time high in the coming weeks. So let me know in the comments, do you still hold Solana in your portfolio, and do you think that Solana is going to create a new all-time high in 2025? And the next altcoin I want to have a look at is BNB, so the Binance coin. We can see that BNB is currently ranging inside of this price squeeze. And we can see a lot of interesting price actioning happening, and the price of BNB is getting squeezed into its apex. We can see a lot of resistance here at this top side resistance, and this diagonal line is squeezing the price of BNB into an apex, and on the lower side we can see a lot of support. So eventually the price is getting squeezed, and we will see a huge breakout to either the top side or the downside, of course. And these are exactly the kind of patterns I'm trading for altcoins, because we are seeing this price squeeze, and eventually we will pick a side. We will wait for a confirmation of the break, then a retest of this resistance to test it as support, and at this resistance you want to enter the market, and then you can aim for high targets, and it will be the same trade as on the downside. So if we're going to see a break to the downside, you wait for a bearish retest to test the previous support as resistance, and from here you can enter the market in a short, and then you can aim for a lower target. So this potential trade for BNB is looking very juicy, and I'm definitely going to trade this formation. So let me know in the comments, are you still bullish on BNB, and do you think that BNB can hit $1,000 in this coming bull cycle? So for now, I'm looking at the Bitcoin CME gap, and I think we will close it today. So yeah, keep an eye out on this gap. Please like the video because it will be highly appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on my other channels. You can follow me on my Telegram channel and also on my Twitter channel. And in the link down below in the description, you can also join on Bitunix and you get a 10 USDT bonus for free just by signing up. And you can earn a lot of other bonuses by depositing money. So I hope you have a great week and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.